Why does my scalp feel sore when I take it out of a ponytail? Am I doing damage to my scalp? Good question. So I hear this a lot. People will say that their actual hair hurts, which isn't technically possible because hair has no nerves. But what you're actually feeling is the skin and the nerves within it reacting to being pulled. I don't know why I'm doing a movement with every word. When you wear a ponytail, especially a tight one, every single follicle is being tugged and pulled in that one direction for hours. The perifollicular nerves, which are the nerve endings that surround each follicle, kind of get overstimulated. So when the ponytail's released, those nerves are really suddenly not being pulled. So they fire off signals that can feel like soreness or relief or an ache. You might even have like an actual headache. Now, the level and type of risk does depend on your hair type. For people with finer, straighter hair, tight bands can really wreak havoc on the hair shaft right where the elastic grips. And then for those with thicker or curly, coily hair types, the follicles are already under much more tension just because of the curl pattern. So when you add a tight style on top of that, you then increase the risk of traction alopecia, which is a hair loss particularly along the hairline, crown, and sometimes at the back of the head caused by repeated pulling. So how do we avoid the soreness? I can hear you asking, you're desperate to know. Firstly, vary the position of the pony. Put it high one time, then put it low the next time, then put it on the side, or maybe don't put it on the side, unless you want to look like Betty Spaghetti. Just avoid putting it in the same place each time. Avoid that constant pressure in one spot. Secondly, rather than gathering all of your hair into one to put it into a ponytail, I would advise a two-step ponytail. That involves creating one smaller ponytail, whether it's at the center of your crown or at the nape of your neck, and then gathering the rest of the hair inclusive of that first ponytail to join the second. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. I think it does. That way you're able to much more easily control how much tension is being applied and where. Lastly, when you take your hair down, give yourself a very brief head massage. Use your fingers, just move your scalp a bit, and that will help to restore the blood flow and to calm down those nerve endings a bit. You know that SpongeBob meme where he is like leaned up against a tree and he's breathing really heavily? That is basically your scalp when you take a ponytail down. Just being like, babe. Pay attention to it, because short-term tenderness is fine, but if you ignore it repeatedly, it can turn into something a bit more serious and a bit more permanent. And nobody wants that, do they?